Hey! Welcome back to the second ever character redesign, where I take old characters that are no longer being used and transform them into polished designs for me to use. Like most of my character redesigns, this one is a massive transformation, so keep watching. Our original design is quite cute, but it can be improved. It seems to be some sort of worm, bug, or caterpillar type creature. When I saw this, I really wasn't sure what it was. But its designs include a color scheme of purple, brown, and green. And to give this character credit, the round shapes of the body and antennas are very interesting. These features also make a really good silhouette. So we have a good base here for our character, but we can push this further. Before we jump into the character design, make sure to stick around till the end to see extra art for this character and another secret character. If you have any characters you'd like to send in for a redesign, my toy house is linked in the description. To be warned though, you don't get the character back. So if you just want to give a character a good home, or maybe donate a character that I'll use, feel free to click. Now, onto the commentary and the meat of the video. Character redesign number 2. Starting off by assessing our character, the first features that jump out at me are the round shapes on the body and the purple. So I know for a fact I want to do something related to grapes. Having a caterpillar-like creature that is purple and circular, it would be a crime not to make it related to grapes. So now that I have decided on a theme, I wanted to take into account other features that would make up the silhouette. Looking at the legs, the fact they have a bumpy, round shape just like the center of the body is intriguing, but too similar in shape to the body. If we look at the antennas on the original design, you can see that they almost have a darker brown vine wrapping around them. I'm going to go on a limb and say their intention was to make those parts twigs or branches. It would be best to make the legs similar to the antennas. They're far enough away from each other that their shapes and colors will not clash. Remembering that vine detail from the original, I decided to add a wiggly striped design around the antennas and legs. I prefer this better as it's a good way to keep that vine look, but also keep in mind that the idea of animating this character in the future, I really don't want to make it harder than it needs to be. Personally, I think it's easier to draw the lines than go over the line work you did by adding another shape on top. Another detail on those are the leaves. Knowing the theme I'm going for, adding grapes growing and hanging off the antennas and legs, this helps convey the theme and adds a little bit of character detail. Maybe she can grow them off her limbs at will. How big do the grapes get? Can she change the size of the grapes? Is the only thing she can grow grapes? And if so, which kinds? Is there a limit to how many she can grow? Is there an underlying weakness added to her if she grows too many at a time? All good questions, just based on one little character detail. This could help with creating some of her character story or lore. Let's get back to the design aspect. So far, our theme is grapes. We have a silhouette that's dynamic with the round circles that make up her body and the twig-like antennas and legs. Now, of course, our color choices. We want something that will have a good contrast, though we want to keep in mind how many colors we are using at a time and where we are using them. We don't want to put two colors that are too similar together. We want to make sure they're very widespread and a good range, but not too many or we'll get a little too overcomplicated. Starting with the body. The color scheme will of course be purple, because of course, grapes. Based off that, the best move is to choose 3 purple-based colors. 1 dark tone, 1 medium tone, and 1 light tone. Whenever designing a character, I avoid black and white. I never go too dark. And I always make sure that the dark color does not interfere with the line art. If you can't see the line art, what's the point of it? I also never go too light where it takes away the highlight of the eyes. I almost always make the highlight of the eyes the only white color on the character. Now that I've decided the colors of the body, let's move on to the limbs. We want to keep the overall purple color scheme we have, but add some colors to help complement it and add to its value. If you look at the end result of the colors, you will realize our colors are very close to the group of secondary colors, purple, green, and orange. Maybe even closer to the tertiary colors of red, violet, red, orange, and blue, green. I'm not a color theory genius, nor do I know it that well, but I can make visually appealing color matches, I guess. Now that we have gone over theme, shapes, silhouette, and color, let's talk about patterns. Every single one of my characters has a different pattern on their body, and this little grape lady will be no different. I decided to go with circles for the pattern, but adding a light purple on them. It makes the circles remind me of grapes, where they have the little reflective highlights. All my characters have different pupils as well. I wanted to make her pupils similar to the highlights added on the original design. So instead of the exclamation point shape they had, I flipped it vertically. I did this because, one, I liked it better. Because of the dark purple at the top of her iris, the singular circle on top of that is more eye-catching and it builds that contrast. And two, I wasn't sure if I had a character with an exclamation point for a pupil, so I thought this would be better, just in case I already had a character like that. Since she is a lady, all my female characters get unique eyelashes as well. On her top lash line, I mimicked the wavy wiggle lines I added onto the antennas and legs. On her bottom lash, I just added the leaves that grow on her. We have gone over theme, shapes, silhouette, color, and now patterns and extra details. Our grape lady is now finished. Please let me know what you think about her. Maybe I could have done different shapes or colors, something you thought that I could have changed. Maybe you want to see more fruit-based bug characters. Maybe I could have gone with a completely different pattern and shape. Feel free to let me know your thoughts. I enjoy what you guys have to say, and I encourage you to comment. If you've made it this far, we get to jump into the extra art. There is one thing I didn't mention about our grape lady, and I really should stop calling her that and name her. Meet Sweet Jubilee. I decided to name her off a grape. I know, I'm very innovative. Anyway, when I was choosing to do character redesigns, I saw that caterpillar-like original design and reminded me of a character I have already designed. Big Marvin. We love Big Marvin on this channel.
How did you get past security? His fortress is impenetrable.
Door was unlocked?
Well, if you don't love him, I do. And that's really all that matters. Having Big Marvin in mind, I wanted to make him a little bride, give him a little love interest. I had never thought of doing that before, so this is exactly what I did. So today's extra art has Sweet Jubilee and Big Marvin. If you don't know anything about Big Marvin, he was originally designed based on 3 emojis. You can find the video linked in the iCard and below. His 3 emojis were a caterpillar, a ladybug, and a cantaloupe. Cantaloupe. One of Marvin's features is that he has tiny little ladybug wings. So even though he's a caterpillar, he won't ever get butterfly wings and evolve. Sweet Jubilee, on the other hand, can evolve. I'm not sure yet if I want to make her butterfly form a temporary evolution or a permanent one. I'm not even sure how I'm going to go designing it, really. It was just an idea that popped into my head once I started drawing her with Big Marvin. If you have any ideas for it, let me know. I definitely do want to give her a butterfly wings. My brain kind of reminds me of the episode on My Little Pony where Rarity gets butterfly wings, but if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you won't get it. But anyway, moving back to the drawing here, you may look at it and think it looks familiar, which, if you watch my speed draws, it does. I have drawn Big Marvin and Acorn in a similar picture and pose. I wasn't thrilled when I drew those two. It was more about practice and character relations. So with Jubilee and Marvin, I got another attempt at the pose. I also think the shading and lighting and background is much better this time around. that is all I have to say about our characters for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. This time I made a script for my voiceover since I was having a harder time rambling off things like I normally do. So if you think I sound a little more refined and collected, that's why. Also, sorry if you're one of the people who wanted 3 characters in the character redesign and a longer video. Please let me know if you like this format though. I really wanted to dedicate a video to character redesigns for just one character because I felt like that was only fair to the character. So whenever I look back, I can click on just one video and have one character, and it's just easier for me to manage. But I hope you liked the extra art that I did. If you are interested in more videos like this, please click into the description. There you will find under important playlists a playlist dedicated to all my character design videos. Have fun watching. Please remember to like and subscribe if you had a good time with me today. God bless you and have a wonderful day.